There's a moment in every person's life when they realize who they really are, not who they were told to be, not who others expected them to become, who they truly are. For most people, that moment never comes. They live their entire existence as shadows of their potential, never knowing the power that was always sleeping inside them. But you're here, which means something inside you has already begun to awaken. I used to be the weakest, the E-rank hunter that everyone looked down on. The guy who barely survived the simplest dungeons while others cleared S-rank gates like they were taking a walk. Every day, I watched stronger hunters pass me by. Every day, I felt the weight of my limitations crushing down on me like gravity itself. But here's what I learned about weakness. It's not a permanent state. It's a starting point. The strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. The deepest shadows exist only where the light burns brightest. And the greatest power, it's born from the absolute rock bottom of despair. When you have nothing left to lose, you discover everything you were meant to gain. Life operates on a system, just like a game. Most people don't understand the rules, so they lose without even knowing they're playing. Level 1. Recognition. You must see yourself clearly. Not the lies others tell you, not the comfortable delusions you've been living. The raw, unfiltered truth of where you stand. Level 2. Decision. You choose to change or you choose to stay the same. There is no middle ground. Comfort is the enemy of growth, and growth is the only path to power. Level 3. Action. This is where most people fail. They recognize, they decide, but they never move. Motion without action is just wasted energy. Level 4. Persistence. When the world pushes back, and it will, you push harder. When your body screams stop, your mind whispers continue. When everyone else quits, you level up. Let me tell you about the grind. About what it really means to transform yourself from nothing into something unstoppable. 4 a.m. While the world sleeps, you're awake. While they dream, you execute. While they make excuses, you make progress. Your mind will lie to you. It will tell you you're tired when you're just uncomfortable. It will tell you you've done enough when you've barely scratched the surface. That voice in your head that says, stop, that's not your friend. That's your enemy wearing the mask of self-preservation. You think you've pushed yourself? You think you've seen your limits? You haven't even glimpsed the edge of what you're capable of. Your potential is infinite. Your excuses are finite. Which one are you going to feed? There's a phenomenon in nature called metamorphosis. A caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly by staying comfortable. It literally dissolves into nothing. Complete cellular breakdown before emerging as something entirely new. That's what real transformation looks like. Not gradual improvement. Complete destruction of who you were to birth. Who you're meant to become, the person you are right now. That's just the larval stage. The real you, the evolved you, is waiting on the other side of everything you think you can't handle. But you have to be willing to dissolve first. You have to be willing to let the old version of yourself die so the new one can be born. Most people aren't willing to do that. They want the butterfly while staying the caterpillar. They want the power without the transformation. That's not how this works. That's never how this works. Your biggest enemy isn't external. It's not the competition. It's not the circumstances. It's not the obstacles. Your biggest enemy is the voice in your head that's been programmed to keep you small. That voice has a strategy. It doesn't try to stop you all at once. That would be too obvious. Instead, it whispers. It plants seeds of doubt. It makes you question whether you deserve success. But here's how you win the mental warfare. You starve the negative voice and feed the champion within. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're feeding the champion. Every time you push through when you want to quit, you're strengthening your inner warrior. Your mind is a battlefield, and the victor writes the story of your life. I want you to imagine something. Imagine a version of yourself that has conquered every fear that currently holds you back. This version of you doesn't hesitate, doesn't make excuses, doesn't accept limitations as permanent. This version of you has turned pain into power, obstacles into opportunities, setbacks into comebacks. That person isn't a fantasy. That person isn't some impossible dream. That person is you, evolved, unleashed, unstoppable. The only question is, how badly do you want to meet them? How much are you willing to sacrifice to become them? Because they're waiting. On the other side of your comfort zone. On the other side of your fears. On the other side of every excuse you've been using to stay small. In my world, I command an army of shadows. Each shadow represents a battle I've won, a challenge I've conquered, a version of myself I've defeated and absorbed. Your shadow army is different, but just as real. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you add a soldier to your ranks. Every time you push through resistance, you gain an ally. Your past failures, they're not enemies. They're generals in your shadow army, teaching you strategy. Your past pain, it's not weakness, it's armor, protecting you from future defeats. The person you were yesterday is now fighting for the person you're becoming today. And tomorrow, today's version of you will join that army. You're not just improving, you're building an unstoppable force from the inside out. This is it. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when conditions are perfect. Right now, you have a choice. You can close this out and go back to being who you were, or you can step into who you're meant to become. You can keep making the same excuses, living the same life, getting the same results, or you can level up right here, right now. The weak version of you is dying. Let it go. The powerful version of you is being born. Embrace it. You are not average. You are not ordinary. You are not meant to blend in with the crowd. You are meant to rise. You are meant to dominate. You are meant to become the absolute strongest version of yourself. From this moment forward, mediocrity is not an option. Average is beneath you. Settling is a betrayal of your potential. The world is a dungeon, and you are the hunter. Every challenge is a monster to defeat. Every obstacle is experience to gain. Every setback is a setup for a stronger comeback. Rise. Not because it's easy. Not because you're guaranteed to succeed. Rise. Because it's who you are. Welcome to your evolution. Welcome to your transformation. Welcome to the moment you stop being human and start becoming something far more powerful. Now arise, shadow monarch of your own destiny.